This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
The aftermath of every social revolution brings about change. Cultural norms and landmarks shift as our minds and hearts expand beyond the familiar. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose in the land of the living. This is our time to renew, revive, and restore the hope lost to the busyness of life. This is our time to dig again and rebuild from the storms of our past on a solid footing that holds. Welcome to The Foundation.
The Foundation. Foundation. Foundation.
The Foundation with Hard Grant is brought to you by Burger King, Commonwealth Bank, the Deposit Insurance Corporation, the Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, Click, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Popeyes, Rev Bahamas, and Ron's Electric Motors.
Foundation.
It's the foundation. Foundation. It's the foundation. Foundation. So it's the foundation. Foundation. So it's the foundation.
It's the foundation that's rocking the nation. Howard Grant's the host, Guardian Radio Station 96.9, 12 to 2 is the time. You can call the show or use the text line. Yeah, he educates, he informs. He goes against the norm. He's really got that zeal. Plus, he's a child of God.
Foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio, Howard Grant in your company, The Foundation. On this beautiful Thursday afternoon, live and in full effect. It is a rainy one. Talk to me. I mean, the thing has not stopped from the top of the week. The ground is saturated. Make sure you put your corn in it or whatever you got to be able to get some things going here. It is a beautiful day, but always a time to pause. Make sure you pick up your Guardian newspaper, guys, on this Thursday. You know, Small Business Thursday, so we're going to get into some stuff. I touched the paper today. I said, my God, how much people dead? I might as well tell you the truth. I looked at it, but you know, as we celebrate the 50th anniversary, you're going to see some significant supplements. And all you guys are out there who like to be able to save these things and kind of put it up on your wall. And I don't know, I mean, you got your thumbtacks, you're doing your thing. I'm not going to fight you. You can make sure to pick up your Guardian newspaper. It's $1 for you to be able to get a significant score, heavy, weighty score of history. Over the past 50 years, the modernizing infrastructure, all these concepts, 5 decades of economic growth. You can see all these things in the paper, being able to see this 50th Independence supplement in the newspaper. Also, the Nassau Cruise Sports, when I say thank you, you can be able to see that in the paper also. In our Independence story, it's in there, Maurice Tice being able to tell that story. So it's thick. And I feel like Uniqua from the Backyardigans. Into the thick of it, this is truly thick. But even though, watch me, let's just be as decent as possible. And at this time, it's always important that we reflect and identify some of our brothers and sisters who's transitioned. Even in the thick of this, in the midst of this, what's happening as we celebrate and we look forward to sort of celebrations on Monday and being able to separate ourselves. And for a time off, you're excited right now. You're getting all your clothes. You're buying your clothes off the side of the road. You're mix matching your stuff. You got your bow in your hair. Even though we are preparing ourselves for celebration, we know that Thursday is a time that we identify our brothers and sisters who've transitioned. And you can be able to look in the paper to see the obituary. The obituary is in the paper. You can be able to see that and see all those persons who've passed away. And I always say, if you are one of the persons who are dealing with some level of, separation as it relates to someone preparing to be able to move on to glory and to get their eternal reward, I know that this may be a difficult time for you. So in the midst of this difficulty, we always sort of extend this opportunity to be able to talk about that, do some introspection, do a very clear understanding of our position and the gratitude that we have to be in the land of the living. I can't even get no amen. To be in the land of the living is a wonderful thing. But if you're dealing with any sort of transition, and I want to be able to say more specifically, Condolences to the family of Christelle James. She's a very, 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 very close friend to the family. She's almost like a sister. My wife loves her, man. So it distraught. It really shook us to the core when she transitioned just last week. I told you about it, and I want to be able to say to you, if you're dealing with any level of death or separation, and you're preparing your mind and your spirit for that, I want you to be able to give us, my guys, a call over at Butler's Funeral Homes and Crematorium. Butler's Funeral Homes and Crematorium, they can be able to assist you. These guys are professional. They've been doing this from time immemorial. They can give you that sort of style, panache, character, personality, that the life that you existed with, the life that you had during this particular time. You can be able to see that even in this transitional period, even in death. So reach out to them, Butler's Funeral Homes and Crematorium. They can be able to assist you. Guys, well, it's a Thursday, and it's Small Business Thursday. And this Thursday, unlike any other, is a Thursday that I wanted to be able to identify progressive business, but also the historic value and contribution that have been made in society by these particular persons. They've been doing business significantly. And we've been watching them. The senior has been doing business and has this sort of posture locally. A lot of persons can be able to identify what he's done. And I watched them. I said to him, I'm watching people gravitate towards you who I have great respect for in business. And they continue to be able to gravitate toward you and what you're doing. So I know that there is a significant level of business and professionalism attached to what you do. And Junior, who's going to be here, and both of them, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. This is just, a little suspense. Who are you talking about? Just be patient. I'm going to let you know. And I've watched him and even his climb into this professional because, he's always been able to give you that consultancy, that poise, that posture, that understanding for business, and then certified and qualified himself in so many ways and done some things over the past few years and really reached out to the community, to the next generation, to say that this is the course that we need to take to get ourselves up and out of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to none other than DRC Ramming Senior and Junior from Arawak X. Gentlemen, say good afternoon to the Bahamian people.
Well, thank you for having us on the show, Howard.
Yes, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello, Bahamas.
I'm so happy to have you all here. Listen, I can tell people my business because, they tell me, well, how are you looking for family all the time? Listen, I am a decent man and my blood is rich. Amen? I can't even get an amen. My blood is rich with decency and all decent people attached to me. These people, my cousin, I might as well tell you the truth. I just find out I didn't know this, man. Right? I'm so happy to have you guys in here in the studio with us. Tell us a little bit about the inception of Arawak X. I want to do that. I want to talk about the inception of both Arawak X and Senior. I want to talk with you about this concept and idea of the evolution of business in the country from your perspective over the past 50 years. So tell me the inception first of Arawak X. Where did this idea come from? We saw it in the media kind of coming to the forefront, but we wanted to know what was the genesis of the thing?
Well, 20 years or so ago, I had a vision, literally a dream at night that woke me shaking. And it said, I heard this voice, and I was in a church saying, read. And it told me to read, Nehemiah 5, 1 through 5. It said Ezra 15, 1 through 5, which was interesting to me because when I woke up, I realized it wasn't an Ezra 15, but then later on I learned that Ezra and the book of Nehemiah ran together. And so it was Nehemiah 5, 1 through 5. So when I looked in the great book, the Bible, it had the subheading in it, financial inclusion. And it talked about how one set of Jews were taking advantage of another set of Jews, and that they were losing their homes. They were beginning, because they were not included in the financial system, people were doing damage to them. And that they didn't think it was fair. So they went to this guy, Nehemiah, to complain about it. And, of course, I had no idea what this had to do with me. No idea. But it was revealed later on. I had told only a handful of people about the dream. One was my son. And we were attending a crowdfunding workshop put on by the Securities Commission in 2017. And he said, "Hey, Dad, this is just like your dream, that everybody would be included in the financial system." And from then, every obstacle that has been placed in our way has been cast aside as we continue to develop this Arawak X.
Let's be as decent as possible, ladies and gentlemen. For the purposes of reading it into your hearing, from the King James. No, this is the New International Version. Let's read a little taste. Nehemiah 5:1-5. Nehemiah helps the poor. This is the subtitle here. So it says that now the men and their wives raised a great outcry against the fellow Jews. Some were saying, "We and our sons and daughters are numerous. In order for us to eat and stay alive, we must get grain." Others are saying, "We are mortgaging our fields, our vineyards, and our homes to get grain during this famine." Still others are saying, "We have to borrow money to pay the king's tax on our fields and our vineyards, although we are here in the flesh and blood as our fellow Jews, and through our children, as good as theirs, yet we have a subject, our sons and daughters, to slavery." My God, this is heavy. This goes on to says, subject rather. So it goes on to say, it says, "Some of our daughters have already been enslaved, but we are powerless because our fields and our vineyards belong to others." This is heavy. Let me say something to you. I don't like to get too preachy, but I always admire the recognition of faith and the importance of identifying that this thing is bigger than me. Arawak X, from the foundation that you've created, is going to outlive all of you. The concept and idea and contribution to the community, as soon as they get an understanding of what this is, as we continue to be able to move into the future, Arawak X is going to be able to do wonderful things. Junior, DRC Junior, tell me whether or not you saw this vision in terms of, because Habakkuk 2:2, I didn't know he was going to get preachy today. Habakkuk 2:2 talked to us about being able to write the vision, to make it plain, that for those that see it could run with it. You ran with this thing. Talk to me about it.
Well, people that known me before know that I'm an engineer, so I can build things. And engineering is really the discipline of taking an idea, a vision, and building it into reality. And so me and Dad have always been, so I came home in 2012 from engineering school, and we were working as management consultants, so we were helping businesses. So we really, as a family, love business, we love finance, we love technology. He also has an engineering degree. And when the Dad had told me about his vision, and then when the Securities Commission, through this event, it all kind of clicked, that this is something that we're supposed to do. We have all the skills to do it. It's very difficult to find the amount of skills that we have in a family or just generally. And then we've been able to obviously gather people around the idea over time. We've built a wonderful team of executives, like-minded people. And so, and then my role is to make sure that all of these wonderfully different types of people can communicate with each other and stay on mission. And that's interesting. Imagine putting a lawyer and an engineer in a room and trying to get them to figure things out. They basically speak two different languages. So, so that's been fun. But every step of the way, we know this is what we're supposed to be doing, because it really resonates with people, and both entrepreneurs as well as investors, because people who build things and people who build businesses know that you ultimately need capital, and you need the right kind of capital at the right time to advance the mission, because at the end of the day, wealth is built primarily through companies.
Yeah.
And so understanding how companies work and how they're financed and how to get them to the next stage is where I believe, and I know Dad believes, is where jobs are going to come from, and people's savings are going to better be used. So it's going to reverse Nehemiah. 1 through 5.
My God, you're getting preachy. Let me say this. I listened to this, and the historic value that exists in our community, or just looking at it through the lens of history and understanding how so many persons survived and made it to this space and place that they can be able to say to their children, well, my leg is done. It's your responsibility to continue to be able to build on the legacy that I've left. The community found it necessary to find strength. There was one time ago in the country, there was a pronounced segregation, and not between white and black. It was not identified like that. It was between over the hill and the Bay Street Boys, or those persons who were privileged in our society. For the most part, most of us are over the hill. And when you hear financial stories about yesteryear in our community, it always attaches Penny Saving Bank or an ASU or the church or these particular things. Tell me where you see in a modern era, in a progressive era, as we move into the future, where does Arawak X fit in that sort of that structure of yesteryear if you kind of place it in this particular time and era?
Well, I think that Arawak X is the alternative. It is the new way forward. It is the ability to change foreign direct investment into foreign portfolio investment, the difference being that outsiders coming in and controlling versus we using the money of outsiders to come in and to invest in our ideas, because the ideas are already here. And I think what Arawak X is about Bahamians controlling their own destiny through their education, through their ideas, through their knowledge of culture, and creating an environment that is trusting and safe enough for others to put in and invest in us as we invest in ourselves in an equal way.
Mm-hmm. There has been, and I want to be as decent as possible when I structure it like this, because the objective of this conversation for me is to get to the core. There's a lot of superficial conversations happening locally. A lot of persons will say, well, they ain't this or this ain't that or this ain't that. But there has been a relentless conditioning, whether conscious or otherwise, by our governments that said, move in this particular direction, post-independence. It's an unfortunate thing, but it is what it is. Arawak X is leading towards entrepreneurialism, self-improvement, empowerment, and understanding that you have the strength and the wherewithal to be able to tap into these resources and be able to get to the objective without going groveling at the foot of those particular persons within central government. Talk to me about that particular concept.
Well, first of all, Arawak X is non-partisan. Mm-hmm. It's a political tool for anybody who's got the sense to use it, who's in politics, but not everybody got that sense. Mm-hmm. So what's happening is this is the new Bahamianization driven by Bahamians. And this is Bahamianization 2.0, where young people like yourself are not anymore only demanding good jobs, but you're also demanding opportunity or to be part of opportunities. And this is what Arawak X has the ability to do. We've spent the time, we have the knowledge, we have the money, we have the team to do all of these things. And there are a lot of problems that we can help with. And so we're out there to help. We're here to help.
In the simplest of terms, Junior, I want to ask you, tell me in a snapshot, almost like a TikTok, what is Arawak X?
So we are licensed financial exchange, a marketplace and clearing facility. And basically what we're trying to do is create the environment that ideas can grow in. So if you think of businesses as like a seed, a lot of people have a lot of different ideas. They're planted. But if you mess with that environment while the tree is young, the seed dies and it never grows. And so it's the same thing with entrepreneurs and it's the same thing with businesses. If you keep messing with their environment when they're small, it's already hard enough. I think it's like 1 in 5 businesses is not going to make it past 7 years or something, mm-hmm. or only 1 in 5 makes it past 7 years. So it's already hard to do business. Mm-hmm. And so what we do is we just link businesses when they're ready to make that next jump mm-hmm. with investors that are trying to find a return. Mm-hmm. Because business is still the primary way that most people make their wealth. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could do it through real estate and through other things, but it's usually through business.
So essentially, in the simplest of terms, once you take your business the first trimester, we can be able to take you, proverbially, from the first trimester, you show yourself capable, passionate, focused, with this sort of a drive. And then now you can be able to present this product, right? You can help me expand this.
That's right.
Right? Financially, you can give me the exposure necessary to be able to ensure that this environment that we talk of, and the business environment, if you guys are out there and you're not really being able to follow, environment shift from government policies, global calamity, all these things happen almost like acts of God sometimes that can shift your entire cost, your business, your savings that you've had to be able to open up your T-shirt or your chicken shack or whatever the case may be. But there is an opportunity Arawak X provides you after you've gotten to certain points and you can be able to see return and so forth and so on, to be able to expand like that from that point.
Yes. So I actually had to go back to school.
I know, that's what I said.
Law school.
Yeah. Which is admirable. I might tell you the truth.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'll tell you. Thing. I'll tell you what it was a commitment, and we're really committed to making this thing work. And I'll tell you, the reason is because I was frustrated with the lawyers. But now that I'm a lawyer, I understand why they are the way they are. so now it's good to be able to speak both languages.
You never know a man until you live with him, right?
That's correct.
So, but no, so they have really good reasons for the way that they do things.
Yeah.
And especially when you're dealing with money and assets and the protection of money and assets. But the part that was the gap. The communication gap is you have business people and entrepreneurs that are trying to put structure to their ideas, and then you have people on the other side that are really good at structuring things, and then they speak different languages. I mean, we all speak English, but they're very technical on both sides. And so for me personally, it was just about figuring a way to bridge the gap, understanding how different people kind of communicate, because we have a lot of business people and a lot of different ideas here that can flourish. And even if 1 in 5 of them make it to the next level, we will be a wealthier country.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk more with Arawak X, some of the concepts and ideas about this transition in our country. I'm excited about it as we move towards the Jubilee, the 50th year anniversary, independence rather, on Monday. I thought it necessary to have these kinds of conversations. I'm grateful to this. Let me take this quick commercial break and be right back on Small Business Thursday right here on The Foundation with Howard Grant after this.
Foundation. Foundation.
The Foundation. We'll be back right after this.
The Foundation.
It's a special time and you deserve the best. Come into Baja and let's de-stress. We'll pamper you and make you feel safe. Get you a nice spa day.
Come visit us at Baja Retreat Spa on East Bay Street. Contact us at 323-6711 or visit us online at www.baharetreat.com.
Come celebrate Independence the BK way with our new Independence King Combo. Enjoy a flame grilled beef patty topped with savory bacon, arugula, crisp onion rings, and our special tropical sauce on a brioche bun. Served with fries and a drink for a flavor sensation fit to celebrate every year. Top off the Independence celebrations with our new Guava Sundae or frozen guava lemonade. Our Independence King Combo and treats are available for a limited time at Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
At Ron's Electric Motors, they repair and rewind all major brands of electric motors, including water pumps, generators, and the generator's back end, welding machines, electric lifts, air compressors, battery chargers, and more. They're equipped to handle up to 850 kilowatts and rewind up to 450 horsepower motors. They're conveniently located on the corner of Wolf and Clarence Roads and are open weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays till noon. They offer 24 hours emergency assistance. You can reach them at 242-356-0249.
You've tried everything. ASUS, with your mother's cousin's sister's auntie, and even hiding your money under your mattress. But is your money safe? Your Bahamian dollar deposit in a member bank or credit union is insured up to $50,000. If anything happens, your deposit up to the insured value will be returned to you thanks to Deposit Insurance. Visit Deposit Insurance Corporation at www.dic.bs.
Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
Collect, the Bear of the Bahamas is giving you 5,000 more reasons to be proud to be 50. Just purchase a 3-pack of Collect at participating liquor stores and bars for your chance to be one of our 5 lucky $1,000 winners. Winners will be announced every Friday starting June 9th. Collect's 5K giveaway to celebrate 50 years of independence is officially on. Just purchase 3 Collect for your chance to be one of 5 $1,000 winners. Follow Collect on social media for more details. Collect, the Bear of the Bahamas. Drink responsibly, but
It's back, the 35th annual Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, July 17th through 28th, inside Kendall Isaacs Gym, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for boys and girls 5 through 18. Sign up your child now at South Bahamas Seventh-day Adventist Office, Tonic Williams Highway, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's the Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, July 17th through 28th at Kendall Isaacs Gym, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Special appearances by NBA stars, legends, and coaches. The 35th annual Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, it's back.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant in your company, the foundation, on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. It's a little wet out there, guys. Make sure you're doing well. Go over to, I think, Antonio, text me. Tell me what your tire company name. Text me, please. Because these people out here riding, you can see your reflection in the tire. Please, you know you can't stop on the road. It's wet. Go and get yourself a new tire over at Unique. Is it Unique? I think it's Unique. Antonio, text me. Tell these people where they can get your tire from. And I want to thank you so much for supporting Small Business Thursdays here on the foundation. I'm telling you, I can see my whole reflection. You can fix your makeup in your car tire. You need to stop, right? It's a beautiful thing. We're out here, but just being able to talk about these things and really talking today, if you're just tuning in, with Arawak X. We got DRC Senior and Junior in, being able to talk to us about this inception and concept and idea that was birthed from a vision in Nehemiah 5, 1 through 5, that spoke to the necessity for being able to identify preservation and give an opportunity to the people. I think it is absolutely mind-blowing. It boggles my mind. How long has Arawak X been open?
So we began in 2017. Right after that conference, we opened Arawak X. Of course, I'm a grandfather now, so I'm bringing a little more than a few years of experience here. So Arawak X has been in existence since that vision, but formally since 2017.
You know, it's an amazing thing. I don't want to get preachy, but, you know, I had an opportunity to be able to sit with Pastor Mario Moxie over at Bahama Harvest, and he's doing an excellent series on Bahamas independence and the concept and idea about these things. And he goes into, you know, the word and speaks to us more specifically of how we're prepared to move in. The year of Jubilee is a time of liberation, independence, access, opportunity. The shackles fall off you. And we are in the year of Jubilee.
Yes.
From a Hebrew standpoint and from our historic independence standpoint, we in this country are in a year of Jubilee. And then he starts to talk about how there is, you get feed, your storehouses are filled even 3 years, 6 years before you step into your Jubilee. I get somewhere with you. Arawak X's inception was all in preparation for this Jubilee. is in preparation for us shifting in the direction that we need to shift and accessing those particular things. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to go and check out Arawak-X. What's the website?
Arawak-X.com.
Arawak-X.com. Find out more information about it. If you're out there and you have all these loads of Nigerian persons and they're hitting you up every day and telling you there is money here for you. There is a prince that left $800 billion. But if you send me $15,000, come on, it's too much. Find yourself in the position of understanding how to invest locally and expand your money. Pool those particular resources with brothers and sisters and watch our country expand into the places and spaces that we envision, that we imagine. Guys, I want to thank you for I want to ask you this. Has there always been a vision for you from your engineering background, from obviously a charged background as it relates to vision, ideas, motivation, creativity? You've always seems like you had this, at your frontal lobe. Has there always been sort of an idea of prosperity and growth and potential in the Bahamaland?
Well, I would like to think that because of my parents and grandparents and who they were, we have two wonderful families, two old traditions. I'm a Fox Hill Ramming.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, or many people would know, Fox Hill Ramming were business people and they always had the community in mind. So my grandfather, many of the politicians that you would meet today, he put some of them through school and stuff of that nature. So there was always a mindset towards that. And then you'd be familiar with the side of my family that you're related to, the Hamiltons and the Grants.
Absolutely.
Also people that believe that each generation must be better than the next, and that they believe in education and conducted themselves in such a way to move things forward. So
Absolutely.
I can't take any credit for it. It's
your
in my blood.
It's in blood.
Yes.
But some people find themselves selfish, and I just got to be as decent as possible when I say this. And this is not to be able to speak like this, but to provide sort of edification and encouragement, inspiration for someone who has this potential in them, who, like Jonah, is looking at Nineveh and saying, well, why you got to go there? These people and they stiff-necked people. We have a responsibility to apply ourselves. That's it.
Yes.
When we're given a vision and a purpose, to execute this vision and purpose. And that's what Arawak-X is doing.
Yes, and if your vision doesn't help people, it's not real.
Talk to me.
It's the wrong spirit.
Talk to me.
So that's what the whole idea is that we're to advance each other. And let me say one thing that's very important that is rarely said in this country. It has to begin with forgiveness. There were a lot of things done to our fathers and grandfathers and grandmothers against other families or even race-based, etc.
My God.
That we now need to... Where do we go from here?
My
we
God.
need to not go back into that. It has to begin with forgiveness if we're going to move forward as a business, as a community. It has to begin there.
My God. It's heavy that you would say that, right? I don't know whether or not this is your mantle that you carry in terms of your service as a deacon in the church, right? I don't know whether or not this is sort of the conviction that you carry in your spirit that you've applied to business, but we normally don't hear this sort of there is this subtle, this mind say it the CEO, not necessarily say it the Lord.
Yes.
Right? There's this subtle concept that says, I will get, right? And for you to be able to speak from your professional standpoint in an ever-expanding company to talk about the concept and idea of being able to forgive, that's heavy. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, we have a fixed payment, typical of many islands, that in order for me to gain, I have to keep you in a certain position. Whereas the real mentality of God of abundant life and of abundant growth, of God that can do far more than we ask or imagine. So we need to pie mentality. How, by lifting my brother up, does the pie expand? How do we tap into other resources outside of us to expand our pie, as opposed to just trying to think we have to take something from one another and remove our competition, drive our children away, because somebody belongs to a certain political party, now go in and his business or drive him into insolvency. We need to move away from that and move towards what we're really being called to do, which is share our wealth. I'll just say one quick thing about this. I read a report on crowdfunding from the World Bank, and anybody can look it up. It's called crowdfunding. And one of the conclusions of the World Bank is that it'll be very difficult to work in the Caribbean because people there do not trust each other. We've proven that people do trust each other. We have thousands of investors investing into our companies. They say that because they don't live here. We live here. And so we need to move with that.
But obviously they didn't do their history.
Well,
they didn't do their history. Every standpoint, the concept and idea of ASU was a trust factor.
Yes.
That was the initial crowdfunding.
Yes.
About this concept. You know what baffles me is that a great deal of our ideas, like you said, Junior, D'Arcy Junior, education, the ideas that exist in on one side of the spectrum, and on the other side that you have the expertise to be able to develop those ideas, kind of communicate and bring those together. There has always been big ideas in this country. Big ideas.
Yes.
In fact, Airbnb was birthed out of this country.
People to people.
That was people to people.
Yes.
My father in Pinedale, a Grant, his father, a bus driver, and a jack of all trades. He says he wakes up in the morning, all his brothers and sisters, he's Grammy cooking for these people to people. This concept and idea has only been given formality spaces. What ROX is doing is providing us the opportunity to be able to bridge that gap and provide formality for you now. ROX.com. This is big. I do a lot of advertisement today. I need to stop, right? Talk to me about it, though, D'Arcy. Tell me about this kind of concept and idea, and dispel the myth of the fact that people don't trust each other. Tell me some of the companies that's actually being able to do well under you guys right now.
Okay, so I think before I get to the companies, I think that people are able to trust each other is through transparency, right, and through certain structures. So what's one of the great things of being part of the British Commonwealth is we have the common law. Mm-hmm. And the British common law is designed to protect assets, and two, it's commercial in nature. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things that, did you know that wealthiest black nation on the planet per capita? $35,000. The next ones are...
Wealthiest black nation...
So we've done a pretty good job.
Per capita.
So we've done a pretty good job, but how do we go to the next level, right? Law and structures that allow business to flourish. Now, the question is, how do we transform that and where we are now to, say, like where America is, where their per capita income is like 70, 80,000 with 300. So they have scale and amounts. So, and you can do that through business. So the 4 businesses that we've raised money for: Skull Franchise Brand, that's the Red Lobster. Mm-hmm. Then there's Tropical Gyro. Mm-hmm. He just opened up his Foot Care RX with Dr. Daniel Johnson. Mm-hmm. He's a medical professional that has some really great works with. And then there's Nassau Gas and Tanks. Mm-hmm. And so all of these entrepreneurs themselves have a vision and have the structure, and now are looking to get to the next level themselves. And what it's about for us is to, not that they need, but also that they're part of a community of people that want to see them grow and want to help them grow, because business is not an easy thing, right? No one person has the skills to do all of it.
No.
And so it really is teams of people coming together, teams of investors, so teams of workers, teams of managers, all trying to service the value. And then where we come in is helping them to bridge the gap, both technologically as well as through business processes and the law, to access investors.
I had an opportunity to be able to speak with Rupert Hayward out of Grand Bahama. Mm-hmm. He's doing great things with, I think it's called Blue Lab. And one of the things that he's doing, even in the interim, as he expands, is education. Mm-hmm. Right? So that was only the segue to get to education. The next dispensation and generation needs to be washed clean, rinsed from this concept of the relentless regurgitation of just being able to say there's no critical thinking, there's no understanding of finance, what is ROX looking to do in the future as it relates to being able to speak from an educational standpoint to expand the minds of the next generation of young Bahamian men and women, boys and girls?
Okay. So the first thing I can tell you is my personal philosophy, which helps with the company's philosophy, is if you want to educate somebody about something, let them own something. Go and buy a share in something. Once you've bought a share in something and you can get some benefit or some value out of it or some understanding of it, you will be more inclined to be educated towards it. To have education as some abstract course that you take or something that somebody tells you, no one is going to be financially educated anywhere in the world.
They're not invested in it.
You know. So now if you own, some shares in a company and you're watching that company, you would be amazed. It is a myth that Bahamians cannot learn, or that, we have this terrible average and all of these type of things that are standard measurements. They don't have anything to do with financial literacy. What has something to do with financial literacy is your ability to know how to apply things to make your circumstance better. There are many people here, I can tell you, that are working at the lowest level of jobs that have more than some people working at the highest level of jobs because they are more financially literate, even though they don't have the education to say so. So it's very important to us we are going to be, of course, doing more education formally with people, more online courses, but all these things are secondary to owning something first.
And
what about, okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, so that's on the investor side. And on the issuer side, the business side, is, let me give you a different philosophy. So in the United States, education is always tied to industry. So if people are educated, so like I went to an engineering school, so most of my friends go to Silicon Valley, or they go out to do heavy industry, work at Ford and GM, SpaceX, those places. Well, you need professional engineering degrees to do that type of thing. So we have kind of really pushed education. So we have a lot of really educated people, but we haven't pushed the business education that goes along with it to take those skills and turn them into a monetizable product that you can then export and other people can pay for.
Wow.
So it's that blend between education and business education that is where wealth is created.
Guys, give me 2 more seconds with Arawak X. I got to take this quick commercial break. We're going to wrap this up, and let you know how you can be able to participate, educate yourself, and own something with Arawak X. I'm going to take this quick commercial break and be right back after this.
The foundation.
The Foundation. We'll be back right after this.
The foundation. The foundation. The foundation. The foundation.
We're good for you. My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity. It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it. My sales increased, and I can track my earnings. Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today. Call 356-7764.
The Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority invites all private companies and civic organizations to adopt a roundabout. This is your chance to stand out from the crowd, beautify and enhance our local areas for residents and tourists alike, just in time for the 50th anniversary of our independence. With this opportunity, you can engage persons on the go, generate media interest, and promote your company. Stand out and celebrate 50. For more information, you can call 242-604-3750.
At Popeyes, get the chicken sandwich you love, but make it blackened. Marinated in Popeyes blackened seasoning, that is. Our new juicy filet is fried to perfection without the breading, served on a toasted brioche bun. Try it today as a combo or a la carte. Don't forget to choose your level of spice today at any one of our 3 locations.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
A lot of folks are wondering, what is the Agrarian Awards? It's an award show to celebrate the people who produce the food that feeds the country. So September 16th, we're giving out trophies and money to young farmers, backyard farmers, sheep runners, goat herders, pea pickers, onion planters. Basically, everyone. But we couldn't fit all that on the invite, so we put Agrarian Awards instead. Go to ADOBahamas.org to find out how to nominate your favorite agrarian. The Agrarian Awards, September 16th.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio, Howard Grant and your company, The Foundation, on this Small Business Thursday. As we get a few minutes before we get out of here, I want to be able to be as decent as possible and give my guests an opportunity to be able to make you've already heard the spirit, the concept, the idea, the inception, how they've remained committed, the companies that they've grown, the concepts and ideas that they have for the future, the education. You've heard it all. And they have even more to go. Where do I get more information, Howard? How can I participate? How can I be in this? arawakx.com. Guys, let persons know how they can be a part of this going forward.
Well, first of all, we're very approachable. And so you can talk to us directly. We're not available at every time because we're often doing some things. But our approach with business and with investors is that we will sit down and we will talk to anybody at any level. Now, we can't help everybody at any level, but we will talk to you at any level and try to navigate you towards someone that may be able to help you. That's the first thing to understand. So you can just write me right on the Arawak site, and we can set up a time to meet, and I meet with anybody, everybody, all the time. So we're very approachable.
Yeah, and we're building the structures to be more approachable. So that's our job is to try and my job is to try and make sure that the technology is in line with our ethos and our values. Our values are financial inclusion, transparency, velocity, and of course to increase shareholder value. So everything that we do is to line us up with those values.
You have been a light in the Small Business Thursday, not just for ArawakX, but for the concept and idea of business moving into the future. I'm glad how you spoke to those things. You attached faith to it, and we believe, we can see that ArawakX is going to be with us well into the future, like I actually said. And I don't feel prophetic. I just feel like it's inevitable that this is an element that our society needs for growth and expansion. Gentlemen, D.R.C. Raming Sr., D.R.C. Raming Jr., I want to thank you so very kindly for being able to join us here on Small Business Thursday. Do not be strangers. We's cousins now. Amen? We's family. Come here, your cousin, right? Be decent, right? Listen, guys, this is the Foundation with Howard Grant on Small Business Thursday. ArawakX is in the studio with us, being able to talk to us a great deal of things. arawakx.com. arawakx.com. Find out more information. You can go right on the site, connect with any of the gentlemen. They'd be more than happy to reach out and meet with you to talk about your ideas, concepts, and how we could be able to expand that. I thank you so much for being able to tune in with us. We're going to take this commercial break, get to news, and be right back on The Foundation after this.
The Foundation. The Foundation.
The Foundation. We'll be back right after this.
The Foundation. 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 The Foundation. The Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant and your company, The Foundation, on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday afternoon. You know, we're talking about small business. I'm always happy to be able to do this. And I'm hoping that this guy becomes a staple. I feel like we get everybody in the basket one time. I just got a text from my good guy, Antonio Bullet, being able to tell me that's Unique Motors, Howard. Unique Motors. If you need your tires out there and you're slipping and sliding in the rain, don't slide into my truck, because you're going to need more than Unique Motors. If you need, listen to me, get your tires now. If you can see your reflection in the tires, I don't think it works. You need to be able to. And the tires, okay, ma'am, I can see my reflection. You're doing your makeup in the tires. Give them a call, 603-0502, 603-0502. And, he wasn't scheduled to be here with us. But I always like to kind of pay homage and show my respect to those persons who've been here sitting with us on Small Business Thursday. So that's one of the businesses who's been here. That's Unique Motors. They sell tires. You can be able to give them a discount. Tell them, I just hear you on the Foundation on Howard Show. Get a little snack this, 603-0502. Guys, well, Direct Marketers is in the house. Ian Thomas, he's here being able to tell us all the stuff that he has laid out. He hasn't called me back and tell me whether or not Capital Lumber is ready to be able to do this big deal with Howard Grant and give me all the lumber for my new little thing in the county, little business I got going on. Talk to me, Ian. Say good afternoon to the Bahamian people.
Hey, good afternoon, Bahamian people. How are you doing? My name's Ian Thomas.
Let me be decent. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I shouldn't just say Bahamian people. Say good afternoon to the listening audience. I just want to be decent.
Good afternoon, listening audience. Humans at large.
I exclude my people who hit me up from Texas and North Carolina and South Carolina and so forth and so on. Pardon me. I'm sorry.
True.
Excuse me. Right.
As a matter of fact, Howard, someone sent me a message last week for you. And they sent a message today. They said, Ian.
Did they send a message on PayPal? Let's talk about it. Right.
It's Sheila and Dave Babbitt. They are listening from Chicago right now. They say you're doing a great job.
Oh my goodness!
And they're coming to the Bahamas next month, and they'd like you to come on down and party with the Babbitts.
I'd like to party with the Babbitts.
Yeah. So they're going to come on down. They have they're bringing the kids. The little ones, they're coming along, so the young Babbitts are coming, and Dave is bringing his mother. Her name is Gertrude, Nana Gertrude. She's 96 years old. She's an old Babbitt, and some of his family members have relocated here last year. And I heard that they're living on E Street. So and they asked me if I know them. I said, no, I don't. But if you know any of the Babbitts down there on E Street, any E Street Babbitts, shout out to them. So that's it. These people love you all over, I'm telling you. So big up Dave and Sheila Babbitt. Just can't wait to see when you Babbitts reach.
I'll be absolutely honest with you. I haven't hung out with Babbitts in a very, very long time.
Babbitts are a ton of fun.
I'm telling you, I know.
I'm telling you, it's a wonderful, wonderful group of human beings. So anyway, as we segue straight into this right now, Centerville Pharmacy. This guy is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, you should see Howard. I don't know what he's chuckling about. It's just like, he probably hasn't partied in a while. But Centerville Pharmacy.
Over 23 years since I've been married, I haven't had an opportunity to be able to hang out with any Babbitts. But
listen here. I met some Babbitts the other day when they came down.
You should just say hi and keep moving. I don't think you should engage. But I'm grateful for the invitation.
Howard's going to go hang out with them and just have a really good time.
My wife and I.
Yeah, your wife and
I'll hang out with Babbitts by myself. It should be very clear.
Honey, get dressed. The Babbitts just called. You gotta be kidding me.
You're doing too much today. Okay.
You gotta be kidding me.
Go ahead.
Listen here, man. Everyone knows my famous. Ooh, why would I say famous? My favorite pharmacy out there is Centerville Pharmacy. Woohoo! I love them. Why? Because when I go down there, when anyone goes down there, they can get your prescriptions filled quick and easily. It's a breeze. So if you're looking for over-the-counter meds to go ahead and give to those loved ones to make them feel a lot better, you can check out Centerville Pharmacy. They also carry brands like 7Cs and Haloborange to build your immune system and fight off those Haloborange. You know your Haloborange now, and fight off those miserable little viruses that you carry around. They also have strong, reliable brands like Good Sense, and that's excellent for getting your zinc intake. Every home should have a blood pressure monitor, especially for those over a certain age. You need to have a blood pressure monitor in your home. And if you need the strips for your monitor, well, Centerville Pharmacy also carries those. And they love seniors down there. That's what I love about them. Because at Centerville Pharmacy, they can use their National Prescription Drug Plan card to save money and get their prescriptions filled hassle-free. They also claim to have the attention. They also claim that they receive individuals who come there. And if you can't get out of the car to come inside, they will send somebody out there to get your prescription and walk it inside there. So that's a great thing. What I
So
saw
like a
them do.
drive-up service.
It's like a drive-up service.
Yeah.
Definitely. So if you want to visit them, you can visit them on Collins Avenue opposite the Heart Center, or on Mackey Street and Wilton Street across from Tops Lumberyard, or you could visit them at the Prescription Center on Rosetta Street. That's opposite the old Starbucks. I can't remember which company's there now, but it's opposite the old Starbucks. Their phone number, 325-4644. 325-4644. That's Mr. Raymond Aubrey and his entire family down there. They want to wish everybody a happy independence, and thank you so much for making Centerville Pharmacy the #1 pharmacy in the Bahamas.
I always go to Centerville Pharmacy. I must tell you that.
Wonderful,
When I was
wonderful
at
people.
the other location, I would always stop there. They had great service, and they always talked very nice.
Yeah, and what I like about them, I've been working along with them, I think, close to 15 years. It's family owned. And you see it, but it's kind of like a dying thing that the next generation falls in line. It's like 3 generations in there, and they are a wonderful family, the Aubrey family, and they always say that they tune into your show and they love your show and they love what you're doing, Howard. And that echoes with the rest of my clients. That's why I'm here every week.
I'll go test it out. When
Yeah.
I walk inside there, I want all the prescription
All.
on the Materna. I just want to be very clear.
Give me all.
I need the Materna.
I'm going to tell them you're going to come in there and ask for that.
You know what the Materna is?
I don't, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Absolutely. These birth control pills, sir. I just want to know. It's 4, and we got to be able to take a pause. Just be as decent as possible. It causes the skin to glow.
Wow.
You know what? I'm kind of old school. I'm sure it's not named Materna anymore.
Uh-huh.
Right? But
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm sure that they have it.
Praise
I'm going to
God.
send them a WhatsApp and ask them if they have it, and if they do.
Howard
I'll try to-
can't get, because I wouldn't be coming in there for a plan B.
No.
They get that too.
I can get you all anything what you need, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out Centerville Pharmacy. Like I said, the phone number is 325-4644 with 3 locations to take care of you, and you're going to be happy that you went.
Yeah.
I
wanted 10 kids, but
man, come on, man. Now, let's segue 10 kids and stuff like that. Smith's Electric Motor and Generator Repair. Where are they located? You're absolutely correct. They're on Fox Hill Road. Do you know how to get there, Howard?
Of course.
Okay,
Fox Hill. I just
not
had a
Fox Hill.
I
Do you
just
know
had
how
a-
to get to Smith's?
Smith's. Oh, no. I've never been to
Okay,
Smith's.
if you're at the park,
Is it Smith or Smith?
Smith's with an S.
Okay.
SMITH''S.
Yeah, you'd say that with a Y.
No, they Smites.
Oh.
It's
How
it's
should not
Smith's,
smite? Go ahead.
Smith's Electric Motor and Generator Repair. They are in Fox Hill. So if you're at Fox Hill Park and you head towards Prince Charles, it's opposite the Number House. Should I say their name? It's a big number house. You guys know it. It's opposite. So it would be, if you're heading towards Prince Charles, it would be on the eastern side. It would be your left-hand side. So they want to let you guys know if you need any generator, if you need to rewind any generator or any motor, you need to go and check them out. I've been to them like about 3 times because my pool pump keeps on breaking down on me. And, well, it used to. I got a brand new one
My
now.
God.
And these guys would repair it.
Sound like a hell of a pool. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. So whenever my pool pump acts funny, I go ahead and I give them a call. These guys have been in business over 20 years with servicemen with real experience. All the work is guaranteed. And Smith's Electric Motors believes the job is not done until the customer is satisfied. That's what I love about them, too. No other company is more trusted in the Bahamas than Smith's Electric Motor and Repair. First of all, let me give you their number, 552-8799, 552-8799. 552-8799. They have a secondary number, 395-2666. 395-2666. You need to go there and check them out. These guys can repair electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools. You Family Island customers, you know that you can choose Smith's Electric. Why? Because they can fix it properly the first time. So people fly them out to the Family Islands to get these things done. Smith's Electric Motor and Generator Repair. Remember, they're in Fox Hill, and they are between Fox Hill Park and Prince Charles, and it's right opposite the big number shop You guys know when I say the big number shop, one of the top leading number shops, and they're across the road from them, and they've been in business 20 years, so why not trust them? Give them a call, 552-8799, 552-8799, or 395-2666, 395-2666. So that's Smith's Electric Motor and Generator Repair. You guys go down there and check them out, and they'll fix anything, all those things I talked about, and your pool pump like me. Don't get no breakdown pool. I had to get a brand new one, man. That's the right way to go.
That's this hard Nassau water, you know.
I serious, man. I serious. Also, you know what? Somebody had asked me about last week. This lady had called me, and she called me from Andros, and she said, Mr. Thomas, oh, Lord, I calling you because every time I hear you on Howard, I forget to call you, and I need some wood. So she called me all the way from Andros, and she says she needs some wood. And I said, ma'am, I'm going to try to help you out. She said her and her friends drive all the way down deep south, three of them looking for some wood, but the wood they see is too expensive.
Really?
Yeah, so if you want to get good prices on wood, don't do yourself a disservice. Go to Capital Lumber. Howard spoke so highly about them last week, and they were so happy about them. Yeah, Capital Lumber. They're on Parkgate Road. Parkgate Road is that little small road that connects Village Road to Camp Road. So I think you guys know it. So if you're building, renovating right now, and you need building supplies, and you know building supplies have gone up, I want you to use the company that I choose when I need lumber and cement. They've got the hookup when you need lumber and cement. So you can get regular or one-sided plywood. Both of them have been reduced at Capital Lumber. You can get a 5/8 regular roofing plywood at just $33.95.
That's the cheapest in the country.
I'm telling you.
No, I'm serious.
You can get the 3/4 CDX plywood. That's only $48.80 plus VAT, and you can get.
Can I be absolutely honest with you?
Go ahead.
I thought it was going to be chip wood. I thought it was going to be compressed wood.
No, man.
I said Jesus to $33.
No, man. These people give you hardwood.
And hold on, wait. This is a lot, sir. Right?
What? Okay, I'm there. Wait.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's actual. It is very good, top quality plywood.
Yeah.
You can be able to go there and get that roofing plywood for all those persons, especially during this rainy season right now. And you want to be able to make sure your house ain't leaking. Every night you're laying down, you wake up wet. You thought you was crying all night.
Yeah, wow.
Your roof leaking.
Yeah, you know what?
Fix your roof.
That speaks to the kind of person that you are. You know what? If you're a lady, you might be adding on to something. You're a lady. You're driving around right now. You say, you know what? I really need some good wood this weekend. Go down to the Capital Lumber, man. Get the wood you need. Wood that make you going to be happy and you're going to be happy and satisfied with. And that's what you can find at Capital Lumber. Remember, their phone number is 605-9663. 605-9663. You can check them out on Facebook. And they guarantee no other place on the island has lower prices. So once again, let me tell you that price. The 5/8 regular roofing plywood, $33.95. 3/4 CDX plywood is only $41.80 plus VAT. You can also get one-sided 5/8 plywood for just $47.30 plus VAT. Or you can purchase the 3/4 one-sided plywood at $51.70 plus VAT. I went down there on the weekend. People were coming in there, scrambling all around the place. They wanted shingles. They said, hey, I heard you talking about shingles on Howard's show. What is the price again? $31.90 for a bundle of shingle. $31.90. That's a 25-year shingle. You want architectural shingles? Only $49.50. These are unbelievable prices. People got joint compound made by Ready Mix Easy Finish, $29 plus VAT. And when it comes to cement, you can get a bag of cement for $18.10. If you need more, you're doing a bigger job, 40 bags will only cost you $696.50. No VAT. No VAT on that one. Wow, that's amazing. So you guys like cutting costs? Take advantage of these savings. It makes no sense running around town and paying exorbitant prices. Visit Capital Lumber today on Parkgate Road. They guarantee you won't want to go anyplace else. Check them out on Facebook. Like I said, phone number 605-9663. 605-9663. One more time slower. There's a lot of people out there a little dyslexic. 605-9663. Go check them out, Capital Lumber. When I talk about these companies, I'm not just throwing these names out there. I've done my research, and I've seen the positive things in them and qualities what makes them different from other companies, and that's why Howard and I push these companies and let you guys know to go ahead and take advantage of them yourself. You know, Howard's gone down there. He said he had a great experience. Howard, you had a good
I went
time.
for plywood.
You going
Just to
for
be very
plywood,
clear.
man.
Yeah, let's be very clear about that. But I have a project coming up. I want to say this. I'm going to say it live on air. So when I come back and say something contrary, I want you all to know that I'm going to Capital Lumber for all of my needs, wood
Yes.
needs and products and so forth and so on that I need in this particular space to go down there. I have a great project coming up. You're going to hear more about it. We're going to be able to do a soft launch and hopefully within 90 days. I just got approved for this kind of a location that
Wow.
I'm excited about it.
So I mean,
It's a beautiful location.
Okay, so mom's the word and tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's wonderful. Well, I know whatever you
Because I
put
told
your
you
hands
I needed an office. And look at God. We got an office. We got a location. We're going to
What?
be able to do some work on it. It's a beautiful, it's really serene.
So-
it has
so-
cascading vines and bougainvilleas and the whole thing. But
it's not in the bush, is it?
No.
Oh,
well,
okay.
I'm from the bush, sir. I'm from
Okay.
Rock. I'm
No.
content with the bush.
Okay.
I have no problem
You
with
tell
the
me you
bush.
got all these vines and stuff
No,
like
but because it's a beautiful thing. It's set up for. I did a lot of my podcasts there, right? So I've just been given an opportunity. I'm going to Capital
So
Lumber.
you've enhanced it.
I'm going to Capital, right? But I want to enhance it. I want to go to Capital Lumber and do all of my all the products in the wood and everything that I need for my guys to kind of do this. I want to go get it from Capital Lumber. So let them know that Howard, the big red guy, is looking for slackness.
Yes,
Just
yes, I
want to
will
be
let
very
them.
clear about this.
Yeah, man, I told them that. They told
Slackness.
Oh, slackness. No, I
Not
didn't
ju-
tell
I
them.
just didn't want to a little pinch of. I want slackness.
Well, slackness.
Appreciate
Carry
it.
on by.
Just be very clear with this.
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Howard is something else. Yeah, I love coming here, man, every week. Last week, Howard and I spoke about Senior Frogs. I didn't get a chance to go because I was
On Saturday?
on Friday night.
On Friday.
Friday night was happy hour. Sunday, we just go there and chill out. Sometimes a couple of buddies just sit at the bar, overlook the water. It's a real good time. They got really good drinks and really good food and everything like that. But Friday nights at Senior Frogs, right downtown, Friday night's happy hour night. And they are crazy. I don't know, I could use some words. They're lit. If you're in one area, they're
Sir,
lit.
we
If
wait
you're
to-
in Howard area, they're the bomb.
Excuse me. Okay, yes. Okay, then.
And if you
Thebomb.com.
Thebomb.com.
Right.
How would you
Yeah, 'cause
say,
I'm not
man? How would you say, man? These cats out here. I don't be out here with these jive turkeys. Dude, that's your mother.
You had to make me laugh. You remind me of the 5 Heartbeats. I still got it, baby. I
still got it, baby.
That's like this. You're doing too much today. You're doing too much.
When the people let Howard in, they say, give me 5 on the black hand side.
You think this black exploitation? You're doing too much, sir.
Hey man, listen, you go down to Friday nights at Senior Frogs. You guys are gonna have a wonderful time from 5 to 7. They've got 50% off on well, I'm not gonna say everything, but on tropical cocktail drinks. So that's 50% off on tropical cocktails. Pardon me. You can order their world famous, renowned, mouth-watering quesadillas, conch fritters, and wings, and they are also reduced to 50% off. I didn't know this last week. I only talked about the 50% off on the drinks. I didn't know that the food, that the quesadillas, the conch fritters, and the wings were also 50% off. So imagine you're going on a date or just hanging out with some friends or whatever. Your bill comes to $50, and they hand you something for $25. You say you win. You know what? Because most dates cost you $40.
Sir, I told you, I haven't had an opportunity to hang out with the Babbitts for 23 years. I have no idea.
Yeah,
about
man,
dates.
it is real. Go to Senior Frogs. They are having happy hour tomorrow night. I'm going to try to make it. Remember, tropical drinks, all tropical cocktails, 50% off. All quesadillas, conch fritters, and wings, 50% off also. So do something different this weekend with your friends and family members. Take your crew down there. Have yourself a real good time. Sit back and stay jamming with Nassau's, one of Nassau's hottest DJs. He'll be giving away on-the-spot prizes to lucky patrons. Don't forget to bring your coworkers and your family and your friends. Friday night is incredible.
50% off.
50% off. Now, not to mention, starting next week, I think next week, Wednesday, that Wednesday, the next Wednesday, the Wednesday after that, and the Wednesday after that. So that's July 12th, 19th,
DJ Overdose.
26th, and August 2nd. DJ Overdose will be back in Nassau, and he has something amazing. He has artists coming on stage. He's going to be doing a lot of giveaways and everything. Last time we were out there, almost, I think like about almost 1,000 people showed up. It was like about 800 and something people. They showed up. The lines were long. Young people and people young at heart were showing up down there, Senior Frogs. Remember, that's Tingham Dem Wednesdays with DJ Overdose down there at Senior Frogs. It's $15 before 9, and then I think $25 as it gets later on in the night. But they're gonna have artists on stage, a line of top DJs that's on his team. Not to mention DJ Overdose will come out, I think about 1 o'clock in the morning and go crazy. He's just left Canada last night. I think he's in the United States now. He was in New York last week. He was in Turks and Caicos a couple of weeks back, and also he was in St. Thomas. Listen, you want to see why so many companies and promoters are booking DJ Overdose around the world? Coming out and see him live at Senior Frogs for July 12th, July 19th, July 26th, and August 2nd. That's Tingham Dem Wednesdays at Senior Frogs with DJ Overdose. It is crazy. So, folks, hey, listen, I have so much things to tell you guys about, and I like bringing all these great companies.
Well, I want to hear more about it. I want to hear more about what you got and all these stuff that you got out here, because I continue to be able to write these things down. So when I don't have your number or you ain't answering, I could call you direct.
Yeah.
I'm going to call your company direct and let you guys know exactly where we are and let you know that Ian is here. But I got to take this commercial break here and be as decent as possible.
Yeah, man.
This quick commercial break. It is The Foundation with Howard Grant. We're going to be right back after this.
The Foundation.
The Foundation. We'll be back right after this.
The Foundation. The Foundation. The Foundation.
It's a special time and you deserve the best. Come into Baja and let's de-stress. We'll pamper you and make you feel safe. Get you a nice spa day.
Come visit us at Baja Retreat Spa on East Bay Street. Contact us at 323-6711 or visit us online at www.baharetreat.com.
Bahamas Games? What was the purpose of the games?
The purpose is twofold. One, to bring Bahamians from throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas together through sports. And the second, to find talented athletes throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas to be trained and possibly make it to the Olympic level.
When the games is?
This July 7th to the 15th.
For more info, call 322-1029.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
At Ron's Electric Motors, they repair and rewind all major brands of electric motors, including water pumps, generators and the generator's back end, welding machines, electric lifts, air compressors, battery chargers, and more. They're equipped to handle up to 850 kilowatts and rewind up to 450 horsepower motors. They're conveniently located on the corner of Wolf and Clarence Roads and are open weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays till noon. They offer 24 hours emergency assistance. You can reach them at 242-356-0249.
Let me ask you a few questions. What's your name?
Pam.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Is your money safe?
It's under my bed, so I guess so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why?
Unless your money is in a bank or credit union that's a member of the Deposit Insurance Corporation, there's no guarantee it's safe.
Yeah, but what if something happens to the bank?
Your Bahamian dollar deposits are insured up to $50,000, so you'd still be ahead. Plus, your mattress might catch fire. Then what?
Man, those banks and credit unions are looking good right about now.
Visit the DIC's website at www.dic.bs. Protection for your money, guaranteed with DIC.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. 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 The foundation. 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 The foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant in your company, The Foundation, on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. It is beautiful. Once we're in the land of the living, it's always beautiful. You guys are out here and different about the environment, the atmosphere. Listen, you're breathing, you're living. Talk to me, slap yourself in the chest and say, we're going to do this. Get yourself prepared for a beautiful weekend as we continue to be able to move forward towards independence. I know you guys are out there. Somebody text me and asked me, how are you selling beautiful shirts? I don't know. But you need, Howard is wear 2X. Amen?
What?
2X.
What kind of shirts?
Just the
Bahamian shirts?
The Bahamian shirts, yeah. I would just wear 2X, right? I don't know if Bahari can send me one. The ones with you got to burn up now. I don't know what y'all got to do, but send Howard one, 2X. Ain't nobody can yuck it off me. Praise God. I'm going to wear that for you. Amen? We're going to do that nice and be able to do those particular things. Guys, I'm here with none other than Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers, being able to talk to us about a great deal of things. He's laid out some stuff. More specifically, he spoke about, capital lumber and the wood necessary for that. I wrote these things down.
Yeah.
First thing out of the gate, we got Centerville Pharmacy, which is very important. The numbers there, 325-4644. Ensure that you can be able to reach out to those particular persons. I told you, Centerville Pharmacy, family-oriented. It's a beautiful place. Across the street from the old Starbucks, if you're a coffee guy, if you're like a coffee person, you know where this is. I think they have like the salad thing there.
Oh, yeah, yes,
I think it's a salad thing there now. Yeah. All right. And then also you talked to us about Smith's Electric Motors and Generator Repair, which is extremely important for you guys to be able to reach out to that in Fox Hill. All right. 552-8799 or hit them up 395-2666, 395-2666. You can be able to get them there. They've been 20 years in the game, so they know exactly what they're doing. Capital Lumber, I'm always kind of hinged on Capital Lumber.
Yeah.
I am. I think these guys are wonderful. I want to commend them for their rates. I don't know how long this can last in terms of being able to move towards profit if you are in the spirit of capitalism. But for now, we want to be able to thank you for this service to the community. These are the most affordable lumber that you can get in this country. I want to say that to you. I said lumber. It's very important that you structure these things based upon colloquial mindset, that you say lumber as opposed to wood, which is another implication. So you're doing way too much. You're doing way too much today. I just want to be able to say that to you. And then you talk to us about Senior Frogs, going to be able to go chill out down there at Senior Frog. It's going to be lit. I don't know if I'm prepared for the lit.
Yeah, I don't know. You might just want it to be.
Bomb.com, I'm good with that.
Yep.
I'm good with the bomb, right?
Yeah.
Go down there, they're going to have 50% off. And this is important. I thought about this. I said, where were these deals when I was dating?
I'm serious.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could go out 50% off and say, no, baby, I got that. Grab the check and take care of it and know that you didn't spend your whole salary this week to kind of do those things. It's very important that you do that, right? But I know you got some more stuff you want to be able to talk about.
Definitely. Individuals out there who need a paternity test for any reason at all, we want you to call DNA Direct. Call DNA Direct at 3240665. 3240665. The reason why individuals choose DNA Direct, they're the least expensive on the island at $450 for an informational test. And if you need a legal test, court admissible, that's only $550. So, like I said, they choose DNA Direct because they're the least expensive on the island. They have a payment plan. You can do half down, pay the balance when the results come in. And they also have a mobile service available 7 days a week between 7 and 7. It doesn't get any better than that. So if you need to know if someone's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your grandparent, you need to call DNA Direct at 3240665.
You need to know if someone is your mom?
Well,
you're wilding out, sir.
No, I know some people go and they get disconnected from their biological or birth
You ever
mother.
heard a song?
What's that?
Your daddy ain't your daddy,
but your
daddy don't know.
Yeah, I know.
The only person from a historic traditional standpoint who is oblivious to what's going
Go
on
ahead.
is the daddy.
Oh, he's okay, yeah. And
then
sometimes the children.
Well, the children don't know.
The children don't know. The daddy don't know.
Traditionally-
What about the mother?
The mother know.
Man, that has been a big conversation
And let somebody teach the
over
child.
the years.
The mother know.
No, when a woman tells you, "Oh my goodness, you did a paternity test. I didn't know it was going to come out like this. I didn't know." Do you really believe her?
You ever watch Paternity Court?
I watch Paternity Court. I lived this whole
Listen
thing.
to me, Paternity Court. I watch Paternity. I like this thing, right? Because I just kind of
Yeah,
flip
with
through my
Lauren. What's her name? Judge Lauren. Yeah.
Yeah, right? So I just kind of flip through this thing, right? And I'm flipping through it, and I'm always kind of captivated by these stories. And I'm looking at it, I say, this woman knows she lied. I never had nobody else. I never touched another man in my life. I said, I got to watch this whole thing. And then come to find out, you are not the father.
And like she swore like on a stack of Bibles.
And then she's poised. She didn't even move, right? She wasn't like, oh my God.
What about when you see them break down?
And
Is
then
that
she
good
says,
acting?
I know who the father is, which is wild to me.
Yeah, like in like 30 seconds.
This is crazy.
You said.
You swear on a stack of Bibles that this is the guy, right?
You said, I thought it was you,
The
but
guy
I just
says,
remembered.
I took the baby to grandma. She took off the socks. The toe didn't kick up. Grandma said, this is not your baby. We went to paternity court and found out that this is not your baby.
Wow.
And she swore the whole time.
I'm serious.
And then what she says, well,
Then she
I
said,
knew.
I think I know.
I think you better invest in your $400
yeah.
some
She
dollars.
say,
It $400.
$450.
You can't
Somebody
beat
said,
this.
you know what? I think it was that jet ski wreck driver.
Can I tell you a story? Just a small,
ahead.
short story.
Let me hear about this.
It's going to be a quick story.
Ladies
A
and
very-
gentlemen, story time.
Story time.
With Howard Grant. Begin.
It feel cozy. Let's do it. Now listen. So I'm going on the Discovery Sun in Grand Bahama, right?
Yes.
Going on the Discovery Sun, preparing myself to go to Fort Lauderdale. Grand Bahamians know that this is how we travel. I saw a friend. He and I used to work together. We were neighbors for a very long time. He's like, a neighborhood brother, right? So, you can depend on these guys. They can look at them. We grew up together, always on our basketball court. So I know I didn't see him in a while. I say, hey, what's going on, boy? He said, hey, Howard, what's happening with you, right? They don't call me Howard home. They call me Ramado. My father's is Howard, so they don't call.
They call you what? Ramado?
Ramado,
Oh,
right?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Short motto, right? So
Yeah.
this we from the Out Island. So he said, boy, man, I see you in a little while. What you say, right? So everything good, man. How you doing? How are things with you? He said, man, I'm good, man. I saw him. He's there by himself on the boat. Now I travel by myself, but in preparation,
right,
to make sure everything is straight for my wife who's coming tomorrow on the plane. So I got to go do the heavy shopping at Walmart. Anyway, I'm on the boat by myself, right? So he and I, we grab a cigar, we grab some wine, we're sitting down, we're having a conversation. I said, boy, I see you in a little while, man. Listen, man, how your wife doing? He said, that. So I say, whoa. Whoa. This is a lot, sir.
Whoa.
This is a lot. I don't need to know you and your wife rowing and all these things that you're going through. So please, don't cuss out your wife in front of me. This is what I said to him, right? He said, all right. I said, anyway, so how the baby is? He said, that's why she's a... No.
Oh,
So I
my
said, hold on.
goodness. Wait a minute.
He said, for 7 years, I've been taking care of that baby, kissing, hugging, loving that baby. And one row day come, and she said, this baby ain't yours. He said he did a paternity and found out that the baby wasn't his after... It broke my heart instantaneously.
It broke your heart?
It did break my heart.
Oh, my goodness.
And I give God praise for the strong genes that have my children coming out fat and red. And so I know that you can look at them and say, these are Howard kids.
These
Praise
Howard
God.
kids. Yeah.
Because this is a devastating thing.
Yeah, seriously.
And some men would prefer not to know.
Yeah.
But if you want to know,
you call DNA Direct.
Talk to me about it.
Call DNA Direct.
You see how I pulled the story together?
I see you put that story with
Talk to
because
me.
I was in the beginning. I was like, "Where's this guy's story going?"
This is good stories, by the way.
It has many angles.
You didn't close it. That was story time.
That was, ladies and gentlemen, story time by Howard Grant.
I love it. Let's go.
Yeah. So remember, you need a DNA test done. Even individuals, a foreign woman who needs to prove that there's a Bahamian man who's the biological father of her child, or you might be a child and you're stuck in the rut and you say, hey, you know what? I need to prove that my dad is a biological Bahamian. Call DNA Direct, 324-0665. I think they were having some phone issues the other day. You can feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. I'll turn you on to them. Call me or WhatsApp me, 552-0212. Get a paternity test. Get a sibling ship test. Get a grandparentage test. Find out who you are. Find out what's going on. And if you want to know
Y'all is
better
Rolls. Y'all is Rolls. The last name is Roll. You know the colors of the roll.
I seen some
Praise
people.
God, it's 8,000 in the all.
I seen some people trying to talk the baby into looking like someone.
No. It's 800,000 roads in the country. You could look at them and say they roads.
Yeah, they
If you
roads,
come
yeah.
out here looking like a Cartwright, we have questions. Talk to me. We got questions.
Let me move on to this.
We got
next one
questions.
quick, yeah.
And the one question is, who baby this is? So
Who
you're looking
baby
at the
this
baby
is?
hard. You're looking at the baby hard.
Just not baby daddy.
You're squinting, trying.
And listen, yeah, you know what? A lot of women, I said this last week, a lot of women don't choose like who's the handsomest or who's the best in bed. You know who's the baby daddy? Like I said last week, and you said also, the one who could afford it or the one who won it. This
But we
mine.
don't get to make those choices.
Yeah.
I'm always interested in having these conversations. Should I do a show on it? Somebody text me.
Maybe one day,
827.
yeah. DNA Direct.
Text
Give them
me.
a call, 324-0665, 324-0665. Or if you can't get through to them because they were having phone issues, give me a call. Ian Thomas at Direct Marketers. Call or WhatsApp 552-0212. 552-0212. Great time I'm having here today. Electricity been going off like crazy for the past 3 weeks or so. People's been blowing up my phones. Ladies and gentlemen, you want a standby generator? You want a Generac standby generator. Generac is the #1 company for standby generators in the world. Give me a call. They're right now having this a huge discount. Get a 7.5 kilowatt generator for $4,295. Get a 14 kW, $6,295, $6,295. Get a 22 kW, $7,895. All of the sizes are dependent on how many items that you're running in your house. Primarily the air conditioning systems, they pull the most, sometimes water heaters and so forth, but you're really wanting the air condition. All of your other appliances come on instantaneously as soon as the electricity is disconnected from the power company. So in a matter of 3 to 5 seconds, boom, your power is on. Give me a call, 552-0212. Get yourself a Generac generator. They're all priced to go. The transfer switch is included, which is like the brain or the heart of the system. That's so important. The transfer switch is included. The only thing you need to get after that is probably a battery and the gas tank. But don't be at the mercy of the power company. Get yourself a standby generator today, starting from $42.95. That's a 7.5 kW. $62.95, that's a 14 kW, and $78.95, that's a 22 kW. Get yourself a standby generator today. It's so easy. Individuals who work for government, Quasi, Atlantis, you guys, I can hook you up with one of my financial people, and they can probably do a payment plan with you, get you loans and all that good stuff. So give me a call, 552-0212, 552-0212. Privacy screen, we talked about that 2 weeks ago, Howard. If individuals, you have a wall in your yard, or you have the chain
wall.
link fence?
The wall.
You have a wall?
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't got money like Howard and have a wall, and you have a chain link fence, but you don't want people looking into your yard, get yourself a Samsung privacy screen. Some people call it the green tarp. You know how it looks, right, Howard? People put it on their fence. It's affixed to the fence with some either tie straps or whatever that is. Stop people from invading your privacy. How do you feel about that?
And stop me from looking in your yard when you bareback coming outside with drawers on. You need to stop. Get yourself a privacy fence in Jesus' name, amen. Because I'm sick and tired of y'all. You need to stop.
Yeah, and sometimes...
Do you know we can see you?
Yeah, some people act like they
You're
can't.
out here bareback.
Some people go outside, they have the pants.
Sir, you only in here with your mask down, slippers outside. What are you doing? Privacy fence. It ain't expensive.
Wait, I didn't tell you the price. Howard, 50 feet long, 6 feet tall, $189. That's a wonderful price. 50 feet long, 6 feet tall, the green privacy screen. Some people call it green mesh, or whatever you want to call it. It's 6 feet long. It's 6 feet tall, 50 feet long, $189. The least expensive on the island. Give me a call, 552-0212, 552-0212. You can secure your backyard, maybe your pool area if you want, your clothesline, your construction site, any event that you're having. Nobody wants to see.
Let's do
everything.
two things. Let's be decent right here. Let's be decent right here, right? One time ago, when people would put the little line out in the backyard,
Yes.
right? Some people like the clothes to dry in the sun. Don't hang your clothes on the fence. That's one.
Yeah.
That's one. Get yourself a privacy screen because we don't want to see your drawers.
No.
I just want to be very clear about this.
Right.
I want to be very clear about this.
Right.
Because driving down certain streets,
Yes.
my eyes are averted. I can't unsee this stuff. Guys, please, privacy screen. You know, some of these people live close together.
Yeah, very close.
Right?
I went to see somebody. They live so very close. The lady was hanging out the guy's underwear and stuff. underwear, all holy up and everything, supposed to
My
be.
God. And that's the
fully
best one.
alone,
That's the lucky
and
ones.
It only had like one grape leaf.
That's the ones you wear on the
All
job.
the rest of the other fruits are gone.
Listen, he ain't need no more fruits.
No.
Because the seeds are there, which is important. That's all that's important. This the good luck one
that's
that you
off-white.
wear when you get on the job
Yeah, we go to
interview.
the job. Hey, Ma, get my lucky underpants.
This the job interview one because you can get it today. You
Yeah.
understand? But we don't need to see this stuff.
Get yourself a privacy screen.
Be decent as
50
possible.
feet long, 6 feet tall, only
decent as
$189. You might not be able to afford a wall, so get yourself the privacy screen. Give me a call, 552-0212, 552-0212. What do you watch home in the evening time when you go home, Howard? What do you got? Cable? What do you
The
got?
inside of my eyelids, I just want to go to sleep.
You
The
just go right
children
to
are
sleep, eh?
wild. No, I do a little Netflix.
But how
Is this a
people calling
commercial
you while
break?
they're on the radio?
Is this a commercial break? Let me take a quick commercial break, guys, and then Ian's going to be able to wrap up with us and tell us these great opportunities that exist in these particular spaces. We're going to be able to put it on the table and talk about this. Quick commercial break. The Foundation with Howard Grant. Going to be right back after this.
Yeah.
The foundation. Foundation.
The Foundation will be back right after this.
The foundation. The foundation.
With over 25 years in business, nothing says commitment to our people, culture, and service like Rev. And this year is no different. We will continue to elevate your home experience for you to create and share memories for years to come, while keeping you connected to the people and things you love most. Our pledge to provide quality service each year remains true. Rev is made for you.
Guardian Radio and the Foundation are on the move.
Bahamas, this one's for you.
SBT, Small Business Thursdays. Every Thursday, the Foundation with Howard Grant will highlight small businesses throughout the country, far and wide. Your products, services, prices, and personality. We want to hear it all. Get your 30 or 60-second advertisement heard on air at a fraction of the cost. We here at the Foundation understand the times and don't want you to be left behind. With Guardian Radio, you reach your specific demographic and it is unmatched.
We reach thousands daily.
Get your products off the shelf and your services in their hearts. Small Business Thursdays with the Foundation, only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. For more information, call 302-2300 or the Help Me Howard line at 827-0111. SBT. Small Business Thursdays. Get your business moving today.
Click is proud to be 50. Click is taking the celebration to Charlotte Street, July 7th for an All Bahamian Street Party. The Click All Bahamian Street Party will feature a live performance by Visage, a special Bahamian menu from the chefs at the London, Click beer specials all night, and a late night Junkanoo rush out. Click's Junkanoo Street Party, July 7th starting at 8 p.m. on Charlotte Street, featuring Visage and a Junkanoo rush out. Click, the beer of the Bahamas, reminds you to drink responsibly.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant and your company, The Foundation, on this beautiful Thursday afternoon, Small Business Thursday, being able to touch these things and really have a good conversation about where we are, where we're going, the products, services, the concepts, ideas that are out there. At the top of the hour, we spoke with Arawak X, DRC Senior and Junior, being able to talk to us in passion. They gave us this sort of an insight of what the company was all about. I'm excited to be able to hear those things. And now, over the past hour and some, we've been talking about various products throughout the land with none other than direct marketers Ian Thomas talking to us about this concept and idea that exists in these spaces and areas. He told us at the top of the hour, very peculiar, talk about the Babbitts, and I'm very grateful that the Babbitts continue to be able to listen to the show.
I love them.
And then we went into the Capital Lumber and the necessity for these ladies in the family island to look for wood. It's just too much that you're doing, sir. The colloquialism, it's washing my brain. I can't take it. It's too much, right? But you got some good stuff in there. You talked about these things. You talked about Centerville Pharmacy, Smith's Electric Motors and Generators, Capital Lumber. You talked about Senior Frogs. You talked about DNA Direct. You talked about Generac standby generators. You talked about the privacy screen. So before we go, I just want to read this quick text for you and talk to you about it. It says, "It's a great show as usual, Howard. My neighbor, Cat Island Black, and the wife, North Island Black, and the baby, it was a Lutra Red. Boy, I tell you, she said she was eating mango when she was pregnant. What kind of mango you was eating, man?
That's a mangola she's eating.
What kind of mango you was eating? It is too much, right? But these are the things, and that's why you want to know about DNA Direct. Make sure that you reach out to Ian. The number is 552-0212. 552-0212. You can be able to get him. Just put a good rhythm to it, and you can be able to get him to find out these particular things. Ian, I know you got one or two more you want to do. You only got 30 seconds. Go on.
I know. Howard, anybody out there is experiencing any...
How much people can call you when you're on the radio? They can't hear you?
You can't understand. Anybody out there experiencing any pains in their ankle or their knees or their fingers, you want to get yourself the Extreme Knee, Ankle, or the gloves. These are compression products. They are extremely good. As soon as you slip them on, that pain goes away. So if you have some old pain from a sports injury, or you might have some pain due to getting older in your knee joints, in your ankle, or in your fingertips, get it. Get it for yourself. Get it for mom or dad. You individuals who are exercising, this is a great preventative measure. Go ahead. The ankle bands are $30 for one, $55 for a pair. Knee bands are $25 for one, $45 for a pair, and the gloves are $45. They only come in a pair, and it's a $5 delivery. Please give me a call. Ian Thomas at Direct Marketers. I'm going to help you relieve that pain with these innovative microfabric compression gloves. My phone number, once again, is 552-0212, 552-0212. I also want to let people know, you take advantage of any of these customers that I've mentioned, any of these companies, and send me a receipt, you're going to get a chance to win a 32-inch flat screen TV, because like Direct Marketers says, we all about... Small Business Thursdays like today, and we encourage everybody with these acronyms. Remember the acronym like last week. CYC. Conserve your cash. Remember, you go out there, send someone a WhatsApp right now, say CYC. They know that you're saying that with love.
Yeah.
Conserve your cash.
You
We
sure
just came up with
they
that.
know that?
And also,
Yeah,
we came up with some other acronyms.
Okay.
Go ahead, go in there, run into your boss's office and say, remember, boss, WTF. Why? Because you got to watch the fees. You have to watch the fees. So these are important things. And Howard, just like everybody out there, if you're intelligent, you're going to be a MILF. I want you to be a MILF, Howard. Why? Because you know the importance of your money ensures life's freedoms. So be a MILF. You know your money ensures life freedoms. So write these down. Send someone. Hey, mom, dad, screw your window down. CYC, somebody. Conserve your cash. WTF. Watch the fees and be a MILF. We all love MILFs because they know money ensures life's freedoms.
I feel like you're the guest, David, and what's her name? David and...
David and Sheila.
David and Sheila Babbitt has given you this sort of an insight to talk about these things, because this wisdom...
Listen,
flesh and blood could not reveal this to you,
David
sir.
and Sheila Babbitt, they have been very instrumental in helping me achieve certain things.
Yes.
You know what? I've learned many things from
Sir,
Babbitt's over the years.
you're doing too much.
Yeah.
You're doing way too much. I can't take this. I can't do this with a straight face.
If you've connected with Babbitt's in the past,
Sir.
you sure have learned. John and Sheila Babbitt out there, Dave and Sheila Babbitt, we love you guys.
Yes, we do love you. You have a beautiful day. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show today. I have a frog in my throat. I'm choking. It is too much. I cannot take it. Make sure you conserve your cash, right? CYC.
CYC, conserve your cash.
And watch the
fees. Watch the sometimes
fees.
you have hidden fees.
Yeah. We're learning about this stuff.
WTF.
It's great. And you also want to be a MILF.
You want to be a MILF because
I didn't know
money
this.
ensures life's freedoms.
This is crazy
Listen,
stuff.
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the foundation on Small Business Thursday. If you want to be a part of Small Business
I learned
Thursday,
all these things hanging out with Babbitt's.
Please give me a call, 827-0111, 827-0111. That is Howard Grant and the Foundation. Guys, it's a beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow.
day.
Friday, we got Sean McQueenie in the house to wrap up this section that we're going to be talking about as it relates to Unicall and this organization that was the catalyst that really propelled the community towards independence, infuse the mindsets for that. So I'm excited about being able to have Sean McQueenie on with us tomorrow. We're going to dive deeper into the conversation. Stick